My name is Renisha. So, for those of you who know me, you know that I love dogs more than I love myself. The reason for this video is basically to create awareness so that you understand the do's and don'ts for your pet dog and what to watch out for in case something goes wrong. The reason why this is mainly for dogs is because the reason behind the drive for this video is a dog. His name was Shadow. So he was poisoned basically because of human error. He succumbed to meloxicam overdose about 2 weeks ago. Yeah, about 2 weeks ago. Or actually a week ago. Yeah, a week ago. So he succumbed to meloxicam. So the reason why I'm trying to create as much awareness as I possibly can is because I don't want this to repeat. I don't want this mistake to happen to you and your family. So meloxicam is basically a non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drug. It's recommended for dogs as a painkiller. It's used for arthritis. It's used to reduce inflammation, to reduce pain. So it's a non-steroidal drug, which basically means that it doesn't have any long-term side effects. The only problem with this drug is that it is known to cause gastric ulcers it was one of the main issues of this drug, and it's supposed to be banned, but some places still practice giving meloxicam, and it can be given orally. It can be given orally, as in it can be swallowed or chewed, or it can be given as an injectable as well, or a syrup. So the signs and symptoms that you should watch out for if your dog is ever poisoned. I really hope that doesn't happen. But yeah, the signs and symptoms, what to watch out for. The first thing you'll notice is your dog will start vomiting and he'll be very lethargic. He wouldn't want to eat anything except drink water, because that sort of helps calm their stomach down because of all the damage that's been done inside. And secondly, you'll see that your dog isn't behaving like how he's supposed to be behaving. For instance, that he's supposed to be very active, he's supposed to be barking, he's supposed to be jumping, wagging his tail and whatnot, but none of those things are happening. So when you notice those things, when you notice your dog is quiet and doesn't really isn't really behaving like himself, then it's definitely a problem, and you should take care of it. You should definitely visit a vet. We took our dog for neutering. So because of neutering, he was given meloxicam, which was supposed to help reduce his pain post-surgery. And when we brought our dog to the doctor because of his continuous vomiting, he told us that one of the main side effects of general anesthesia is gastritis. So yeah, you can watch out for gastritis. The treatment for gastritis, technically the only thing you can do is stop giving your dog food that will upset his stomach. Chicken soup or chicken broth is a beautiful remedy for dogs, not for humans, but it's a beautiful remedy for dogs because it contains the nutrition and the protein required for them to build, to basically get back up for dogs. And and this is medication, an antacid, a syrup which is known as sucralfate. Sucralfate is an antacid, basically like Digene. It helps to coat the stomach lining to reduce the stress in the stomach, and so that it'll help rebuild the stomach lining so that they may eat again. So that was not prescribed for our dog when they diagnosed him with gastritis. Without even examining him, he was diagnosed with gastritis. But anyway, any diagnosis, for instance, if you were diagnosed with gastritis, you should definitely be given medication. So if your doctor doesn't prescribe you with medication, please ask for medication, and specifically ask for sucralfate, because that is 100% effective for your dog. Secondly, if the meloxicam poisoning was not detected on the first day or the second day, you will notice that your dog is even more lethargic on the second or third day, and he will start vomiting blood. There might be spots of blood. For our dog, first there were spots of blood, and when we told the doctor, he said that as long as he doesn't vomit fresh blood, there's nothing to be alarmed about, because it's probably the lining of the stomach, the mucosa, that's coming out because it's healing. That's what we were told. So so your dog will start vomiting blood on the second or third day, and his stool won't be hard stool. It'll be tarry and black and pasty, not solid at all. That is a telltale sign of bleeding in the stomach, because it's digested blood that's coming out. So and there are a few things. If let's say you just saw your dog ingesting medication and overdosing, like if you had placed the medication on the floor without realizing, and your dog's eaten it, and you know for a fact that it was just ingested, then hydrogen peroxide is much recommended to be given to your dog, 1 tablespoon, so that it will induce vomiting, so your dog will vomit. But anything that you're doing, please make sure you consult a vet, a renowned vet, a good vet who knows what he's doing, based on recommendations, based on reviews. Don't go to a random vet, because trust me, most of them don't know what they're doing. Trust me. The good ones, I salute with all that I have, because you guys, you know what you're doing. But don't go to people who don't know what they're doing. Trust me, your dog's life is at stake. So next is you'll notice that and if at all you don't catch the meloxicam poisoning or any sort of drug poisoning in time, please make sure that you take a blood test on the 4th day or the 5th day to notice. This is of course after going to the vet, as soon as you realize, because a blood test should be taken to monitor your dog and to see if there's any improvement. We weren't advised a blood test, which was a really big mistake. So yeah, a blood test is usually taken to observe how your kidneys are doing, how your liver is doing, how your white blood cells, your red blood cells are doing, how every single cell is doing, to help make the situation better. So the thing is, our dog had anemia, but it wasn't severe anemia. It was very mild anemia before the surgery. After the surgery, his red blood cell level had gone down so much, the ratio of it to normal was 1:5. So that's how low it was. And his white blood cells were off the charts, which means there was an infection in his system. And when somebody sees that that level of white blood cells in the body, you can very well say that septicemia has happened. It's basically infection in the blood, and septicemia is a very dangerous thing, and most definitely can lead to fatality, because septicemia affects the organs, affects the tissues, affects everything, because your white blood cell is doing the best that it can to attack every single bad cell. And it's not like your white blood cells know which is bad and which is good, so it'll definitely attack even the healthy cells. So because of that, your dog's life is very much at stake. And I've done some research as well, just to see if this had happened to anybody else. And yes, it has happened. A lot of people online have posted that they've had really, really bad encounters with this drug, meloxicam. Apparently, it's the same thing. Gastric ulcers, blood ulcers, and kidney failures and liver failures. Our dog Shadow died because of liver failure, because his blood urea nitrogen was off the charts. His kidneys were damaged, his liver was damaged, everything was damaged. And we honestly we didn't know what to do. And it would appear now that the vets themselves didn't know what they were doing, because they judged this entire thing based on the way he was behaving, based on the way he was acting. I can tell you this, he was a very, very, very strong dog. And I hope that he's found peace. I really hope so. I encourage you to here's what you should take from this video. Whenever you're prescribed a drug for your dog or your cat or whatever animal, when you see the drug, make sure you turn to check the amount, the milligram, the amount that the dosage, that's given, and to do some research on the medication. Also, if you are in contact with your doctor, with your dog's doctor, make sure you take a photo, or if you can go to the hospital and show the medication to your doctor before administering it to your dog or your cat. Thank you so much for listening. Please stay tuned for more videos like this, because I will definitely be posting more things about many other things that not many people are aware of. Please spend the time. Please share this video to as many people as you possibly can, to create awareness. Please, I beg you. Thank you so much.